All right, and on to part 3 of our New York Toy Fair 2019 commentary on some reveals, toy previews for 2019. We have the Hasbro Star Wars action figure lines, particularly the 1/18th scale 3.105 inch figures, the 1/12 scale Black Series figures, and quite possibly their new scale of collectibles, the 8-inch scale hyper real line. And let's start it off with that particular line. And they've revealed one figure. It is Darth Vader for their hyper real action figures line, and it's in the 8-inch scale, or if I'm not mistaken, the 1/10 scale. It's like what Mezco is doing, the 1/12 collective, but I guess since Mezco is already doing this kind of detailed action figure with the endoskeleton and an exo type of skin layer on it, Hasbro couldn't do the 1/12 scale for this particular type of collectible, so they did the 1/10 scale, which I think is a good move. I actually thought initially they would put this in the 1/6 scale, but that would make it too much like a Hot Toys or Sideshow collectible type of collectible. So I guess they chose the 8-inch scale. Since nobody else is doing that, Marvel Select is in the 7-inch scale, which is not really anything like this. I think it's great. I think the scale is a little bit too big for me still, but I wouldn't be surprised if I went ahead and picked this up if I see it in stores or in hobby shops. Darth Vader is my all-time favorite Star Wars character, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's supposed to cost $80, but out here in Manila, I think this is going to be somewhere between $100 and $120. I could be wrong, but boy, does it look absolutely fantastic. I love it. Okay, next up is the Star Wars Micro Force. I tried doing these things back in the day. I ended up selling all of them. They're okay, but they're really for kids, and if you're trying to collect them all, they still cost a lot at regular retail. My suggestion is, if you're a collector and you're not really going to give this away to kids, just wait for it on clearance. Yeah. Okay, next up is the new retro collection, or they've decided to remanufacture the 70s and 80s toys in all its 5 points of articulation glory. And what's interesting is they've actually put retro card backs, even with the weathering on the sides and all that. I absolutely hate how these figures look like. Oh my goodness. Darth Vader was one of my very first Star Wars action figures. I remember my mom picking it up for an expensive price back in the day when she went a trip to Hong Kong or to the US or something like that. She could only find one, and she gave it to me for my birthday or something like that. I definitely, I lost the lightsaber. I lost the vinyl cape. Oh my goodness. Had I known back in the day this would be worth a lot of money, I would have I don't know, maybe I would have still opened it. But I absolutely, compared to the modern versions, I never really liked this. When I was a kid, I loved my G.I. Joes because I could pose them. There was tons of articulation, and Kenner figures were like, they could only move hips and shoulders. They couldn't really do much with them, and thus I never really cared about taking care of my Star Wars figures. But these things bring back a lot of memories. Oh, they're doing Tarkin for the first time with the Escape from the Death Star board game. That should be interesting. Wow. Okay. And then Han Solo. God, these things look ugly, but you know what? I'm thinking I'm probably gonna get an entire set, maybe doubles of Darth Vader for all intents and purposes, for reviewing it and all that. I wouldn't be surprised if I picked up an entire case of this one. And they're supposed to be out in May this year, 2019, and that's about the time that my wife and Alex are going to be in the US. So I'm gonna have to ask them to hunt down the Walmarts for this. Yeah, maybe. I think this is happening. I think I am actually going to get this line, which I never thought in a million years that I would get, because you know when reaction figures started popping up, I was like, why are we bringing back the 70s figures? And I was like, now that they did this, change of heart, I think I'm gonna want to get them. We'll see, depending on the price. Who knows? Okay, the next one is the Celebration exclusive action figures, which quite frankly I don't think I'll be able to get. This is oh, it's going to be so price restrictive if ever anybody imports this from the US and brings them to Manila. These are just going to be ridiculously priced. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd go for $100 a pop out here in Manila. So I love these. I love, oh my goodness, look at this Darth Maul. Darth Maul's going to be released in the archive line, so I'm not worried about not getting him. It's really the card backs that you're going to be after with this. And from the looks of things, it's a new sculpt. It's a new removable soft PVC cowl, or not cowl, a hood and robes. Because if you remember the first one of the first few figures has been released for the Black Series, it was a removable head, and you had to replace it with a hooded head piece, and I thought that was ridiculous. They could have done this, and I think they're doing it now. I think that hood is removable. I could be wrong, you know, but it could still be the same removable head. But from the, I don't know, the way it looks, it could be just a removable hood, and I would be very impressed if that was the case. So no worries about not getting him, because I'm going to get him in the archive line. But this one, oh boy, I would love to get this, but I wouldn't pay $100 for it. 80, maybe the most I would pay for it is $60. Same goes for the Obi-Wan Kenobi. This one I'm not too excited to get. I'd love to get it, so you know, you could partner it with Darth Maul. I'm sure they're gonna do other figures in this line for Celebration. They're probably gonna do Qui-Gon. They're gonna probably repack I don't know, Darth Sidious or whoever, but it'd be great if we could get this at $60 to $65. I would love to get these. Wow. Yeah, he's gonna pop up as a regular Redline box figure, I suppose. So no worries about not getting it. It's really that novelty of getting the 1999 card backs. These appeared 1998. My bad, 1998, I think, or yeah, or 1999, and yeah, 20 years ago, 1999, and it was, you know, people went crazy over the new merchandise. We'll see. Okay, GameStop exclusive Imperial Jump Trooper. No, not for me. Sorry. Back to the vintage collection. This is in 1 to 18th scale, 3.75 inch, full articulation, great detail. If you've seen my collection update, I've sold all my vintage collection figures. They were just very difficult to keep, maintain, and you couldn't play with them. I could not open them up unless I got doubles. So no, I think this is a pass for me. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Oh wow, this Lando looks great. Wow. Well, I got the Black Series, so yep. Rogue One, Stormtrooper. And finally, we've got Jabba's Palace. Wow. Wow. It's very nice. I mean, if you were a kid back then, 1983, 1984, 85, everybody wanted a Jabba the Hutt. Everybody wanted Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. This set would have sold like pancakes. And now it's like, wow, it looks so nice. I can imagine myself playing with this as a kid. You got Han Solo, the Carbonite Han, Reese. Wow. And a skiff, Jabba skiff. Sled, whatever it is. You put like Luke Skywalker there. It's, oh my goodness, the Sarlacc pit. Oh my goodness, toys now are amazing. And here are the skiff guards. Okay, so that's it. I don't know, probably my favorites are these retro ones, and maybe the photo reel from the ones that we've seen. Oh my goodness, what a wallet and bank account buster Hasbro has shown out in New York Toy Fair. And they did a lot of presentations. They had, oh, what did they have? They had Overwatch figures. They had Power Rangers. Oh my goodness, Power Rangers, the Lightning series figures. I am so tempted to get it. I'm not into Power Rangers right now, but when Hasbro does it, it's very, very tempting. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, depending on the price points and whether it's really worth reviewing or collecting. But they look great. Maybe if they do release the entire Mighty Morphin Squad, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the White Ranger, oh my goodness, I don't think I'll be able to resist that. So, I mean, probably the only other two companies that really could put a fight against what Hasbro was dishing out the whole weekend was NECA. Oh my goodness, NECA. I stopped collecting NECA figures a long time ago because they were just impossible to find here in Manila, and they were very expensive back in the day, and they came up with a lot of product. The new Ninja Turtles line, wow, way better than what Playmates could have done. I might get back into Ninja Turtles because of them. I don't know. And McFarlane toys, the Todd McFarlane line of Game of Thrones, Fortnite. Oh my goodness, you name it. They're taking the McFarlane toys a level up, several levels up, and wow, it is a company to look out for in 2019. I'm just not into the pop culture figures that they're doing right now, but kudos to Todd McFarlane and his crew. They really did put on a good show. Okay, so that's it for New York Toy Fair 2019 weekend. I do hope you've enjoyed all three of my commentary episodes and discussion on the upcoming 2019 Transformers, Marvel Legends, and Star Wars figures. And until next time, thanks for watching.